I think it's about time we can go ahead and start developing Shilo. 8 is good enough. We close to the end of the season right now. We getting real close to postseason time. I think it's about time we can start developing not just Shilo, but a couple of these other guys. I don't think they're gonna really go up too much, so might as well now. So we're gonna go with zone for him, given the fact that he's a safety. He's never really in man-to-man situations. So we're gonna go with zone here. I might do a couple for hybrid. We'll see. But we opened up an ability slot for him, so that's huge. We go with playmaker on this one. Well, I mean not playmaker, but hybrid. Since it's a scheme fit, since it benefits us, it probably gives us an extra boost when we're allocating those dev points for a hybrid. So let's see. Okay, so it didn't really move the needle that much on that one. It stayed the same, but he is improving. Okay, there we go. So he's an 80 now. He's at 80. We got +2 play recognition, +1 tackle. So 2 more points. We're going to go with hybrid on that. He's at 81 now with morale and temporary boost. 1 more. And he's now at 82 with a +1 for temporary and +1 for morale. So without all of that. Oh, and his trade is revealed. He's played enough snaps. His trade is revealed. He is a superstar X Factor. Let's go. That's probably part of the reason why he was getting ability upgrade. So hell yeah, 82. Let's go ahead and upgrade McLeod. So this bumps him up to a 67. We're gonna pretty much go all scramble here. He's gonna be, since I do a lot of throwing on a run anyways. And he doesn't have a ton of points to really spread out, like say so. Throw accuracy mid +2. Go ahead and even that out, make that 70. So he moves up to a 70 now with the +1 temporary, -1 morale. So he's a 70 now. Kyle Pitts, we got 3 points for him, 3 points for Forbes, 3 points for Day Hill. So I'm going to go ahead and increase his vertical threat since we like to throw down the field to Kyle Pitts anyways. So vertical threat probably would get all of this. So he's a 93 now with the +4 morale. Damn, he got a lot of increase right there with that one. So he's up 94 with +4 morale, and he's got +2 on a release, and he is a X Factor. So we got X Factors across the board. Emmanuel Forbes, he's next up. Got 3 points for him. We're going to go ahead and increase that man-to-man. So that moves him up to a 90. We still got 2 points for him. We got +4 for the press. We're going to need that. So zone. I've been playing a lot of zone lately. So I want to make sure he's good in the zone. So +2 on a tackle. Another zone. This makes him a 91 with +3 morale. +3 on the zone coverage. So hell yeah. We needed that. We needed that. All right. So next up, we got Day Hill, our Florida Atlantic University alum. Never sees the field, but nonetheless, we keeping him stashed on the bench. You never know when we might could put him in there and utilize him like say so. Let's see. We'll go ahead and let those other guys marinate. We'll let them marinate, and we'll come back to them another time when they get a little bit more points. As far as contract negotiations, is there anybody that Tareem Powell? You know what? He's been having a nice season, and he done bumped up to a star. Might as well go ahead and lock him up while we have the chance. So we're going to give him that 7-year slave contract deal like we always do. The offer is perfect. Good. If it's perfect for you, it's great for me. I love it. So we don't really have any other guys that I'm really actively trying to keep that we need to resign. So we can go ahead and advance the week right there and go on to the following and go on to the following week. Damn. So we're facing off against the Green Bay Packers this week, and the playoff picture is adjusted again because it's going to be a lot of fluctuation towards the end of the season with teams winning, losing, etc. So right now we've moved into the #1 seed due to the Texans losing this past week. So we've moved into the #1 seed. It is now us and the Giants, the #1 seed. As you can see, Malik Willis is #2 in pass yards on a year, but he's #1 in passing touchdowns with 53. We got Ashton Genty, who's #2 in rush yards, but he's leading the way, or he's tied for the lead with rushing touchdowns with 31. So our guys is putting in some work. So But nonetheless, we got the Packers this week. And like always, we got to go ahead and jump into this train and knock out the train and get this done before we jump into this game action. So, as always, Travis Hunter first up to get into this. Gold is always the standard, and gold is what we always obtain for the most part. For the most part, unless, like I said before, unless I'm aggravated, it's taking too long, I might just accept silver. But nonetheless, gold is what we obtain. Gold is what we've accomplished. So that is it for the training. Now we just got to knock out our weekly game plan like we typically do. Win by 17 is the goal. And it's time to simulate that training. Simulate this training and jump straight into this game action as we always do. Why did my guys fatigue? Why is my guys fatigue +1 in the red? Let's go. Clash of Conferences. Green Bay. Vegas Raiders. Forbes. Why is Forbes? It seems like Forbes every week is the guy, the spotlight player to watch. He doesn't even have the most interceptions. He only has 4 interceptions with his 26 tackles. But nonetheless, going into this game, we facing off against the Packers. I don't know if you guys remember, but the Packers was Travis Hunter's debut game in the preseason in which he went nuts. What do you have, like 400 or 500 yards receiving in that game? It was crazy. Now, I won't do that in this game because this is regular season. And if I do that in this game, he'll end up having to sit the next 5 games. And we're not trying to have that. We're not trying to have that. So we're going to play it cool. But we facing off against Malik Willis. 53 touchdowns, 9 picks on the year, 4,752 yards, balling, straight balling. Come on, Malik. There you go. Let's get it, Quez. You got to pile them numbers up. Willis continuing to add to that. And Genty, as always, the red zone, not the red zone, but the goal line threat. The goal line threat. Every time we get to the goal line, y'all remember earlier on in this franchise, when I got on the goal line, it was always Malik Willis. But now it is always Ashton Genty. And we're developing not only him, but that offensive line as well. And he is in the history books. Most rushing touchdowns in NFL history. Jordan Love, 2,900 yards on the year, 36 touchdowns, 9 picks. Not too bad, honestly. Not too bad. Come on, we need a big stop. 3rd and 19. Yeah, there he is. There goes that man, Amari Barno. Always in the backfield. He lives in the backfield. What a dog. Yes, sir. Get that weight off your chest. MVP award projection is stupid. All Raiders. Malik Willis, #1 so far. Come on. Get across it. Ooh, what an acrobatic play for Travis Hunter to reach back across that defender's face to catch it in front of him. Gotta see that again. Hold on, let me see. Look at this. Save the pick. Reach back, grab the. Oh my God. Look, another walk in. There he is again. I told y'all, goal line threat. Once you get to the goal line, there's a lot of things that's for certain in life. Death, taxes, and Ashton Genty punching it in on the goal line. Passing TD leaders. Look at who's #1. Malik Willis. Jordan Love is 3. Thank you. Way to knock that out, Bennett. Way to knock that out. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Oh, that's bombs away. Oh, nah. Take it. I thought he was about to separate, but he didn't. So nonetheless, we'll take it on the ground. 53 carries, 500 yards, 9 touchdowns on a year. Come on, Malik. It's cool. We're going to punch it in. You know whose time it is right now. Ashton Genty. Right there. It's easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. It's like taking candy. He not only set the record, but now he's expanding on the record. And he's going to run away with this so crazily. It's not even funny. So going into halftime, we up 21-0. We going to see if we can try to shut them out. See if we can try to get another shutout. So Halftime report. Let's check on some of these games around the league. So Bengals and Vikings over in Minnesota, and Minnesota pulls that one off, 24-21. They have a 69 record, and JJ McCarthy was 16 for 26, 273 yards, 2 TDs, 1 pick. Then over in Buffalo, we have the Buccaneers taking on the Bills, where the Bills pulled that one off, 31-28. They're 9-6, vying for a playoff spot, trying to. And Josh Allen threw for 4 touchdown passes. But the big game of the week, this is going to be the game right here, would be the New York Giants versus the Chicago Bears. 2 of the top tier users in the league. And the Bears won. There we go, Barno. Eat. Live in that backfield. Do what you do best. Live in that backfield. Come on, 4th and 11. No sweat. 4th and 11, no sweat. Let's get it. Yeah, this is what we do. This is what we do. Malik Willis, 12 for 18, 223 yards. Walk in. Yes, sir. Ashton Genty continuing to, what is this? A couple games ago, this man was just piling on the TDs. It seemed like he scored every TD. And look at here. Already this game, it seems to be the same thing. Come on, lock that up. Oh, come on, Shilo. Jesus. Oh, that's Watkins. That's Watkins. He had him off the line. He was beat off the line. That's a walk-in. That's a walk-in. Come on now. Quez. The journey for Quez Watkins is immaculate, and I love it. I love it. We started off, he was one of our day one signings when we started this franchise, and look at what he's blossomed into. Into the 4th quarter, into the 3rd quarter, Jesus Christ, I'm losing track. Into the 3rd quarter, we are up 35-0. We are so close to the shutout. We just have to finish. Come on, lock up, clamp up. Don't let them get nothing cheap. Shilo on the sideline. Gotta love it. Shilo continuing to be that playmaker on defense. And he, like you saw after the training or after the development, he is an X factor. So we got a gem in the draft. They said we reached, but we ended up getting a gem because the whole time he was an X factor and he's been balling out all season. Genty, yes sir. Walk it in, walk it in, walk it out. That much closer to a possible shutout. Don't give up nothing cheap. Come on, don't give up nothing cheap. That's us. Let's go, Jacorian Bennett. My name Bennett and I ain't in it. Well, he in it on this one, so let's go. Big time players make big time plays in somewhat of a big time game, I guess you could say. Shutting them out. We just gotta. Come on, let's go. Pitts, let's go. Truck them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we need to stop passing with Willis. We need to stop passing. Come on. Ham. Who is it? Genty? Genty again. I swear to you, I think Genty has every touchdown in this game as well. I don't know anybody else who does have a touchdown in this game. We're going to see when we check them stats at the end. 49-0. We pulled it off. We pitched another shutout. Defense is just monstrous this season. You can't make this up. We're just balling out. We're dominating every team we play. I love it. I love it. So 359 pass yards for Willis. Let's check out the team stats first. So 49-0. 27 first downs to their 4. 596 yards of total offense to their 48. 26 rushes for 192 yards. 6 TDs. 7.4 yards a carry. Then you had 17 for 26 passing with 1 touchdown, but we all know why he only have 1 touchdown because we got to that goal line, and then it was Ashton Genty territory. 404 yards passing to their 41. We were 4 for 6 on 3rd down, 2 for 2 on 4th down, 6 touchdowns in the red zone, 0 field goals, 66%. We had 1 turnover, they had 2, so we were +1, and that was a fumble loss. We had 65 punt return yards, 687 total yards to their 48 total yards. I repeat, 48 total yards for the game. We had 1 penalty for 5 yards, 17 minutes time of possession to their 11. Malik Willis, 129.5 QB rating, 15 for 21, 359 yards passing, 71%, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. While Love was 9 for 14, 94 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 picks on a 44.1 QB rating. And McLeod got in there a little action, 80.4 QB rating, 2 for 5, 54 yards. Genty didn't really have a massive game yards-wise on the ground, but he did have 6 rushing touchdowns. I repeat, 6 rushing touchdowns on 15 for 46. 15 carries for 46 yards. Receiving-wise, Quez, another monster game. We're feeding him. He wanted to get fed. We're feeding him. 7 catches, 134 yards and a touchdown. Bowers, 5 for 75. Pitts, 2 for 75. Hunter, 2 for 90. Then Genty had the 1 for 39. Defensively, Barno lived in the backfield. 4.5 sacks, 1 for Young, a half sack for Watkins. Sanders had a pick. Ja'Cory Bennett had a pick. And we shut the Green Bay Packers out. Another huge game for us, and one step closer. We'd have moved up into that number 1 seed, but we have to beat the Texans when we play them if we want to secure that number 1 seed in the AFC spot. We achieved every goal we set for the week. We got the allowed 2 or less passing touchdowns, allowed 14 or less pass yards, 400 offensive yards, win by 17 points. So we can't be mad at that. It was a great week. We got 4 dev points for Amari Barno, 3 for Travis Hunter, 3 for Ashton Genty, 3 for Powers Johnson, 3 for Xavier Truss, 3 for Day Hill. So we got some guys who really jumped up from after that game, because last I saw, Day Hill was the number 1 person up there next up to be boosted up, but you see everybody else has jumped on my head. But we're going to go ahead and cut it right there. As always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with not only this Raiders rebuild, but other Madden 25 content as well. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time. Peace.